Hi guys, welcome back. I get these questions all the time.
How do you afford to go to Disney World so much? You're going back to Disney again, it's so expensive. I want to take my family to Disney World, but the prices are so high. Tell me all your tricks. How do you budget? How do you save money?
Well, I'm going to tell you all that right now. I did talk about this in my video about taking your first trip to Disney World, but you want to look at those peak times and be flexible with your schedule. Play around with the dates, plug in a few dates. If you're going, around Christmas, Easter, or spring break, those prices are going to be a lot higher than, say, if you went September, February. So put in the date that you want and then put in a few days before or after, and you're probably going to notice the price is going to be either higher or lower. So just try to be flexible the best that you can. So I always talk about how I love to stay on Disney World's property, and one of the biggest perks of staying on property is you get to use their free or included transportation system. We fly into Disney, we live in the Northeast, we don't get a lot of time off from work, so we don't want to waste any of those precious Disney time days by driving there, and it just works better for us to fly to Disney. So once we get to the Orlando airport, there's a magical express waiting for us. It takes us to our Disney resort. It's about a 30-minute ride depending on where your resort is. And then when we're ready to go to the parks, there is a bus that will take you to any of the 4 parks, a bus that will get you to Disney Springs, water parks. So we save so much by not renting a car. Of course, if you drive and you have a car there, that's fine, but you can still use the Disney buses if you don't feel like driving, as long as you're staying on Disney property. So this is a big one here. Usually when people book their trips to Disney, they're doing it maybe about a year in advance, maybe even more. So you might be going on the Disney website and plugging in your dates and saying,
Oh my gosh, that's so expensive.
well, you're looking at the full price or rack rate price. Sometimes down the line, Disney will come out with promotions. Usually, all the time, you're going to get some kind of discount. I don't think I've ever paid full price for a Disney trip, and I never would. I would work our way around it. But some of the discounts they come out with are free dining, which we're a family of 4, and if we are getting the dining plan, sometimes we prefer to get it. That could save us about $1,000 if we're staying there for about a week or so. So we're okay with free dining. Depending on where you're staying, you could also get a room discount. You can't combine the discounts, you gotta pick either or, but if you're staying like at a deluxe resort, which we like to do, sometimes we save up to 30% off of that room price. Now this discount comes off the price per night of your room. It all depends on where you're staying. If you're staying at a value resort, I want to say the discount is maybe 10 to 15% off your room. Moderate, maybe like 20-25%, deluxe 25 to 30%. It's all around there. I think with annual passes, maybe like up to 35%. So that's a pretty good hunk of savings, but it all depends on which discount works best for you. If you're staying at a value resort, the room discount might not be as good as maybe the free dining discount would. So a little disclaimer though, say you are booked at Caribbean Beach. This is just an example. Say you're booked at Caribbean Beach and free dining did come out and you already have, your reservation at Caribbean Beach. Free dining comes out. You essentially have to rebook. So Disney only offers a limited amount of rooms for free dining at each resort. Some resorts aren't even included. So there might not be any availability for free dining at Caribbean Beach, and you might have to switch to a different resort, but it's saving you a lot of money. In the past, we have been booked at one resort and we wanted free dining, but it wasn't available at our resort, so we switched, and then we ended up loving that other resort anyways, so it all works out. So yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind. Once you book that full price or rack rate price, don't fret over that because you're probably going to get a promotion. I'm telling you, there's ways to work around it. You don't have to pay full price to go to Disney World. There's all kinds of discounts. You can actually just do a quick search on Google, and there's a few websites that will show you like Disney World discount history, and you can look at like the past few years, what discount came out in October, what discount came out in May. It will kind of give you an idea. There's no promises. Disney does change things up a little differently every year, but you can look back to say, okay, 2 years ago they offered this discount. I want to go in October. 2 years ago in October they had free dining for my date. Maybe they'll offer that again. So on top of taking advantage of the Disney World discounts that they come out with, these three things are probably my favorite ways to save. So I love Target. I know you all love Target. What does Target sell? Disney gift cards. What can you use those Disney gift cards on? Reservations for your room, your park tickets, your Disney dining, souvenirs, gift shops, Disney Cruise Line. What do you get when you use your Target debit card? 5% off. I know, everybody says, well,
5% off is not that much.
if you're buying a $100 Disney gift card, you're going to get the 5% off, and you're going to get it for $95. Disney World is probably going to cost you a few $1,000s, so think about how that may add up. Now, what I do with those discounted Disney gift cards from Target, I have a Disney vacation account. Go to DisneyVacationAccount.com, set up an account. You just need a few bucks to get it started, and you can use a Disney gift card or a debit card to add money to it whenever you'd like. So I put those Disney gift cards into my Disney vacation account, and then I can't touch it, you know? It's just, that's my Disney money. That's how I save. So not only am I saving 5%,
This plane has been going by all afternoon. Okay.
so not only am I saving 5% at Target on those Disney gift cards, I put them in my Disney vacation account. Another perk by using your Disney vacation account, for every $1,000 that you spend towards your Disney reservation, they're going to send you a $20 gift card. I have gotten so many gift cards in the mail that I either save them for the trip for spending, give them to the kids to buy souvenirs, or I just take that Disney gift card that they send me and put it right back into my Disney vacation account. And there's an extra 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 that was essentially just free just by using that Disney vacation account. Highly, highly recommend your Disney vacation account. Make sure you open it enough time in advance before your trip, because I think it's about, you have to have it open for maybe 3 months before you can start getting those free gift cards. So just look into it, DisneyVacationAccount.com. I love it. You could also sign up for the Disney Visa card. I know credit cards aren't for everyone, but Disney has some pretty good perks when you use their Disney Visa. It's by Chase Visa. When we signed up, if we spent $500 in the first 3 months, then we got $200 statement credit. I've also seen them do it where if you spend the $500, they'll send you a $200 Disney gift card. So they do have a lot of like sign-up bonuses, and as long as you're paying it off as you use it, it's worth it because you get 10% off select merchandise in the parks. We've also used it to get 10% off at a dining location in Disney. I want to say you can get a discount at like your local Disney store as well. I haven't tried that yet because ours isn't very close by. So let's talk about ordering things ahead to be delivered to your resort. There are numerous grocery delivery services that you can use in Orlando that you just place an order online and they'll deliver to your resort. Things from bread, milk, cereal, diapers, beer, wine. If you don't want to bring those things, they will deliver them to your resort. There's a little extra fee, but it might be worth it, especially if you're doing, a little bit of a longer trip and you want to just have some food there in your resort. Your resort will have like a mini fridge, so you could definitely keep things like milk in your fridge and then, bring your own little boxes of cereal or oatmeal. But you could also, even just water. The Florida tap water I can't do it. I'm sorry, it's not for me. You can go to any quick service location at your resort or in the parks, and they'll give you a free cup of ice water, depending on where you get it from. You know, it's hot, it's Florida, you're doing a lot of walking. The taste doesn't bother me, but those fountains in the parks, I can't do it. So I suggest maybe ordering on Amazon or Walmart or Staples.com and just have a case, like a 24-pack of water delivered to your resort. May cost a little extra to do that, but it's definitely going to be cheaper than buying bottles of water in the parks. They can cost you, you know, up to a few bucks or a snack credit, and I don't want to waste a snack credit on a bottle of water. So that's something to think about. Order your case of water ahead of time, have it delivered to your resort, and you're going to save some money. Trust me, you're going to need that water. If you're on the Disney dining plan, you're going to get one of these included. It's your refillable mug, or they call it your rapid refill mug. You can also get this if you're not on the Disney dining plan. I've never bought it separate from the dining plan, but last I checked it was around $17 maybe. That's going to last throughout your whole stay. So in your quick service locations at your resort, you're going to have like a setup of fountain beverages. You cannot use this in the park. It's only at the resorts. You can definitely fill it up at your resort and bring it to the parks with you. Maybe fill it up with ice or, you know, some lemonade and bring it with you in the parks. But this is, I guess you save money by using it because you're not having to buy extra drinks at your resort. You just, you know, spend the $17 or whatever it is for the week and you get just free refills at your resort. So on the topic of food and beverage at the Disney parks and resorts, we have a few favorite quick service locations that we easily can get 2 meals out of one. A favorite of mine is if we don't really feel like doing breakfast the morning that we're going to Magic Kingdom, we'll head there early and walk right over to Gaston's Tavern. It's in New Fantasyland in the Magic Kingdom, and we will get one of their ginormous cinnamon buns. They are so big. I'll try to insert a picture. They are so big they could easily feed 2 people, maybe even 3, depending on your appetite. But they only cost 1 snack credit if you're on the dining plan, so you're not even using a meal credit for breakfast, you're just using a snack credit. So there's a tip. Have a LeFou's brew. It's a nice cold apple juice kind of slushy. That and a cinnamon roll at Gaston's. So good. Flame Tree Barbecue at Animal Kingdom is another one where you could easily split that one meal into 2. You know, that's your barbecue, your ribs and your burgers and your mashed potatoes and cornbread. They give you a lot there. Also, Casey's Corner is our favorite if you're into hot dogs, I guess. So you're walking down Main Street, Casey's Corner is right on your left at the end when you're looking at the castle. They sell these hot dogs that are like massive. They sell normal sized ones too, but they sell these massive hot dogs. I've never had one. My fiance did, and he could barely finish it on his own, so you could definitely share that together. They also have the most amazing corn dog nuggets. Get that and a fries, and you can share that between 2 people. So definitely always look, and you could probably get 1 meal and share that between the 2 of you, and you would definitely save at least $10 to $15 right there. Disney also offers like a photo package that you could buy, the Memory Maker. There are PhotoPass photographers all over the parks. Now, you might be looking at the price online to buy a Memory Maker and say, is it worth it? Do I want to spend that? It's over $100. I think it's worth it, but there are ways to get it a little cheaper. If you're going with maybe a big group, you have a few different people in your family that you're traveling with, as long as you add them on your My Disney Experience account as your family or friends, you can both have access to the photo pass, and so just split that price with your friends or family. I've had friends who have gone maybe a week before we have, and they added us to their account, and I just gave them a little bit of money towards that, and we didn't have to pay full price for the photo package. I have an annual pass now, so that is included, so that also is a big savings. If you have an annual pass, you get the photo pass already added to your account. But then also, if you don't want to do any of that, any of the PhotoPass photographers and even cast members in the park will be more than happy to take your picture with your own camera. So if you want to get a nice family photo and you don't have the photo pass or the memory maker, they will be more than happy to take that picture of you in front of the castle with your own camera or your own phone or any like big family group pictures. They will definitely do it. All you have to do is ask. I would try to budget for that memory maker or photo pass because I think it's worth it. If this is your first trip or maybe your last Disney trip for a while, you might not have your camera out all the time. You might not want to have your camera out all the time because you're going to be so busy. The photographers do great jobs at magic shots. You know, they'll tell the kids, put out your hands, and once you look at the picture of Tinkerbell's in their hand. I got engaged on Main Street. We had the photo package, and the photographer caught it all on camera, and now we have tons of pictures to look at and always remember that special memory. It's just great, and even if you're paying the full price for it, I think it's worth it. So try to budget for that. And like I said, there are ways to work around it. If you're going with other friends or family members, or you know someone who's traveling around the same dates as you, just add them into your account, and then you guys can split the price. Pretty typical, just like any vacation. Don't forget your toiletries. You want to pack your own sunscreen, Band-Aids, blister Band-Aids, you know, baby powder, diapers, Tylenol, swim diapers, things like that. You're gonna want to bring your own because they are so expensive in the gift shops. Of course they have them there, you know, if you do forget, and that's okay. There have been times we have forgotten things, and you know, you just have to pay that extra price. But plan way ahead. Look at packing lists online of, you know, what you should pack and what you shouldn't pack, and they'll be very helpful to you. Something you're probably gonna splurge on is souvenirs. There are so many gift shops. They're at every resort, every park. They're everywhere. And I love doing shopping in Disney. But another tip that you might want to think about, Disney sells things such as like sweatshirts or t-shirts that may say the year on them or a certain park on them. They sell those same things on the Disney Store website or the Disney Parks Shop app. And those websites always have like a sale. It could be 25% off. So if you buy those things ahead, and you know, you say you want a Disney World sweatshirt, look on the Disney Store website before your trip because it's probably going to be much cheaper than if you bought it at the Disney parks. Now, we definitely do a lot of shopping in the Disney parks and at the resort shops. Just, you know, it's special to bring something home from actual Disney. But things like the clothing and the t-shirts and the sweatshirts, you're going to get a better discount if you order that ahead. Toys and stuffed animals. My girls love to buy stuffed animals. Every time we go to Disney, they come home with like 2 to 4 new stuffed animals. And my youngest wanted this gigantic Stitch plush. This thing was huge. There's no way we were going to get that home on the plane. So we waited till we were back home, and I ordered it on the Shop Disney Park app, and there was actually a discount and free shipping. So we didn't have to pack it up on the plane or pay to have it shipped home. We just waited till we were home and ordered it on the Parks app. And another thing with those Disney gift cards that I was telling you about from Target, you get 5% off. Allot a certain amount of money on your Disney gift cards that you're buying at Target and just use them to buy your souvenirs, and you're saving. If you have your Disney Visa, you're going to get, I believe, 10% off in the stores, or if you have an annual pass, right now it's about 20% off. We went a few months ago and we got 20% off in the gift shops, and that saved us so much. So look for those discounts. Now, there are things to do in Disney that aren't going to cost you a park ticket, or, you know, go to Disney Springs. It's free to go to Disney Springs. Disney Springs is a huge shopping area and a huge dining area. So, yes, it's going to cost you money if you're doing shopping, but they have the biggest, like, Disney store ever. They have a Lego store. They have a lot of, like, higher class stores. They have a brand new Sephora, a Zara. It's a great thing to do on one of your down days because it doesn't cost you any money to go there. You can take a bus or drive or take a boat from Port Orleans to go there. It's really fun, and they just kind of redid it, and it's really beautiful. If you have little kids who want to do maybe Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and get like a princess makeover, or Pirates League, where the boys and the girls can get dressed as pirates or a mermaid. That's an extra cost, but there's ways to get it a little cheaper. There's different packages that you can get, and one of the packages, it includes like a costume that Disney provides. Well, we like to bring our own costumes. You can get something maybe that somebody made, handmade. I make all of my girls' outfits for Disney World, so when they did Pirates League, I made them their own costumes, and I actually saved a lot of money by doing that because I didn't have to buy one of the costumes that were provided by Disney that you'd have to buy. Go to your Dollar Tree or your Five Below store before your trip and pick up a few things that might help you during your stay. A lot of people like the ponchos that they sell at the Dollar Tree. We bring those as backup if we want to go on the river rapids or Splash Mountain and it's a little chilly and we don't really want to get wet. But I do like the Disney World ponchos. I paid around $9 for it, and they said if it rips or something I could just bring it back and they'll replace it. So I don't mind those, but if you're looking to just spend $1 or $2, get the Dollar Tree ponchos. I also like to buy their mesh laundry baskets. I just pop them open in our room and we just throw our dirty laundry in there for the week. But things like this in the parks, these are probably, I'm holding about $40 worth of fans, and that makes me a little sad. But you know, it was very hot and the kids were cranky and we had to buy them, I guess. We just needed a little bit of a refreshment. But things like this, we could have bought ahead if we had thought about it. You can buy these at Lowe's or Walmart or maybe even the dollar store. But things like glow sticks or the little glowy things that they sell at parades and fireworks, you can find those things here. We don't have a Five Below locally, but I have seen things online. They sell all of that stuff there, and you're going to pay $20 for a glow stick during a parade in Disney, or you can spend $5 here at home. I want to talk about some things you can get for free at Disney World.
I know, Disney World, free stuff. What the heck are you talking about?
There are little things that are free, and it doesn't hurt to take advantage of that. So one of our favorites is at Disney Springs. They have Goofy's Candy Company, and it's like a candy store. They have so many fancy candy apples and chocolate chip marshmallows, but they also have like these Goofy's Glacier. It's like a slushie, but they'll give you free samples of that. So, and they're, just little like Dixie cup sizes, but if it's hot out and your kids need a break, go inside. It's air conditioned. They'll give you a free sample of any flavor you want of the Goofy's Glacier, and maybe stop and get yourself a little treat as well. At Epcot, they have Club Cool, which is basically just like a Coca-Cola brand little area that you can go in if you need a break from the heat. They have these fountain beverages, and you can try all these sodas from around the world, and it doesn't cost you anything. So even if you're not like we don't drink a lot of soda, but if we're hot and the kids need a break, we'll go in there and we'll try all of the samples of the sodas that they have available. You probably have heard, like, don't try the Beverly. Try it once, just experience it. But that's another free thing. You just go in there and try some sodas. It's nice and cool. The soda's cold. The place is cold. It's just something to do when we need a little break, and it doesn't cost anything. There are also a few different activities that kids or even adults can participate in that don't cost any money. One of our favorites is the Wilderness Explorer little thing that they do at Animal Kingdom. They'll give you this little booklet, and you have to go like on all these little journeys, and every time you see a Wilderness Explorer stop, you do what it says in the book, and they'll give you a sticker, and it's just really fun. And we have a few of these, and the kids get to take them home, and they bring them to school for like show and tell, and tell everyone about it. Like, they got their name written in another language. So that's a fun little thing. Adults can do it too. And if you love Wilderness Explorers, you gotta do that. Another little free thing that you'll probably get from time to time around the parks, we have a ton of these, and we saved them. They're just little stickers. You can get them. All the cast members, they're always handing these out to the kids and even adults. If you want a lot, have your kids go by the little booths where they try to sell you the Disney Vacation Club. They always seem to hand out rolls of those to us. Probably one of my favorite things to get in the parks that are free, or you can get them at your resorts too, are the buttons. You just tell them anything. You could be celebrating, losing a first tooth, or it's your birthday, an anniversary, a family reunion, engagement, honeymoon, wedding. Whatever you'd like to tell them that you're celebrating, they will give you a free button, and they'll write on it if you want to. I got this one for my birthday. They put my name on it. This one's special. We got this moments after we got engaged on Main Street. This is one of my kids from when they went for the first time. We have a few more birthday ones. We've even gotten them on Disney Cruise, which is cool, but it doesn't cost you anything. Just ask any cast member, can I have a button? Tell them what you're celebrating. They'll be happy to give you and your family. If your daughter or son is celebrating a birthday and they have siblings, they'll also give one to the sibling too that says they're celebrating their brother or sister's birthday. Make sure you wear these. Be proud of them. When we got engaged, we wore that happily ever after one non-stop, and we got free things. And when I had one for my birthday, we were at a dinner and I got this card from the characters and they all signed it. So let it be known, because you may get a little special extra pixie dust just because you're wearing that button. Now, for some cheaper souvenirs that you might be interested in, this is definitely a kid and adult thing. It doesn't matter your age, but pin trading. I know pin trading, it can get expensive if you're buying all these big fancy pins, but pin trading, if you're starting, maybe buy the cheaper starter packs. You can also buy lots of pins on eBay. Just make sure they're the real Disney ones. So don't go all out and get the fancy ones for your first pins. Maybe just buy those cheaper packs, because you just trade these with the cast members or other people that pin trade. So you may have one that you didn't spend a lot of money on, but a cast member has one oh wow, that's a pretty good pin. They have to give that to you. So that just might be a little, my kids love it. It does get pricey, but when starting out, it doesn't have to be pricey. I'm sure you've seen a pressed penny before. You don't have to go to Disney to do a pressed penny. It costs about 51 cents a penny plus 2 quarters. And you can get these little books if you are a collector of the pennies. My kids love these. It's just a cheap little thing to do, and they have all the characters or the resorts on them, so that doesn't cost you much.
Just throw that anywhere.
And autograph books. I should have mentioned this when we talked about buying things at the Disney store before your trip. Autograph books are going to cost you a little more in the park than what they would at the Disney store. People also hand make them. That's another idea if you want something a little extra special. But buy these ahead of time, and that's a cheap souvenir. These are under $10, and your kids get to take home all of their character souvenirs. I still have mine from when I was a kid. This is from 1997, and I just love it. I love looking back at this. So even if you don't plan on buying a lot of souvenirs in the park, definitely need an autograph book. That's something that your kids will remember for a long time. One last thing, I want to talk about becoming an annual pass holder. This isn't for everyone, but it will save you money if you have 2 or more trips booked within the year. We have numerous trips booked within this year, and it has already paid for itself because we don't have to buy park tickets every time we book a trip. So the annual pass holder means we get to go to Disney whenever we want, and our tickets are already paid for. Now, if you're only going maybe 1 trip per year, do not get this. It's not worth it. This is, a yearly thing. I love it. I'm obsessed. I'm so glad that we have it. We also get the memory maker included. Discounts at your resorts. We're able to stay at deluxe resorts because we get a much higher discount with our annual pass holder discount. So that's great. And restaurants, gift shops. It's just wonderful. They even have lines at the parks just for annual pass holders, and they're a little shorter sometimes. Yes, I highly recommend this. People are asking me,
You live in Massachusetts, why do you have an annual pass? How often are you really going to go?
if you're going 2 or more times per year, look at those prices because it is worth it, and it is worth it to me. So that's it for today. Maybe down the line I'll do a part 2 of this video because there are so many ways that you can save at Disney. These are just some of my favorites. If you have any ideas of how we could budget at Disney World, leave me them in the comments. I'd love to read them. I'm always looking to save my pennies at Disney. But I'm also going to probably do a video on Disney Cruise Line and how to save on Disney cruises. I do plan on doing like a whole cruise series and all about Disney cruises, so that will be one of them, so look out for that. And I guess I will see you guys real soon. Bye!